After reading the book Divine Magic by Doreen Virtue, I got to really understand the 7 Hermetic Principles, and 2 of the principles helped me apply the law of attraction. Because in order to apply the law of attraction, you need to get to that point where you believe and feel that you already have what you want in order to manifest it. But that can be tricky because how do you get to that point where you believe and feel that you already have what you want when you're not experiencing it with your 5 physical senses, when you're not touching it or seeing it? How do you get to that point where you feel that you already have it? According to Doreen Virtue, there's this law called the law of neutralization, and all it requires is for you to understand 2 of the principles, the principle of vibration and the principle of polarity. The principle of vibration means that everything in the universe is vibrating at a specific frequency. Nothing is at rest in the universe. Everything from the objects that you can touch to the non-physical things like our thoughts and emotions, they're all vibrating at a specific frequency. The principle of polarity means that everything in the universe has its 2 extremes. For example, temperature has hot and cold. Other examples could be you can have up without down, light without dark. So what this means is that if you're going through an undesirable situation, according to the principle of polarity, that means that simultaneously a desirable situation exists. And the fact that you're going through that undesirable situation is evidence, it's proof that what you do want exists simultaneously. It has to exist because that's it's a universal law. It has to exist. The only reason why you're seeing something or experiencing something that you don't want to experience is because you're vibrating at that specific vibrational frequency. So the question is, how do I raise my vibrational frequency? How do I go from that lower end of the pole to the higher end? According to the law of neutralization, all it requires is just to remind yourself of the principle of polarity and understand that because you're going through something undesirable, simultaneously what you do want exists, and you just have to simply focus on that fact. Just simply put your conscious awareness on that end, that the fact that what you do want exists simultaneously, and gradually your vibrational frequency will start to go higher and higher, and you'll align more and more with what you do want. So the important thing to remember is if you're going through an undesirable situation, just remind yourself of those 2 principles, the principle of vibration and the principle of polarity. The principle of vibration, you're going through this, the reason why you're going through this is because your vibrational frequency is matching with this specific situation. But the good news is because of the principle of polarity, the opposite end of the situation, the desirable situation, exists simultaneously. It's just up to you to keep your focus on that fact. And as you keep your focus there gradually, with that steady recognition of understanding that what you do want exists simultaneously, and the fact that you're going through the undesirable situation is evidence, it's real proof, it's real evidence that what you do want exists simultaneously. It's a very easy and effective way to apply the law of attraction, especially when you're going through something you don't want. If you're going through an undesirable situation, just remind yourself of those 2 simple things. That you're vibrating at a specific frequency, and in order to raise that vibrational frequency, just remind yourself of the principle of polarity and how the positive end of the situation, the desirable situation, exists. It has to, because the evidence is the fact that you're going through the negative end of the situation.